Hi, welcome back
Hi.
to the Nonsense Hammer.
Yes, 'tis nonsense.
Path to Glory, Season 2, Episode 2, Blighted
Yes.
Wilds. Dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Is that Law and Order?
Yeah, Special Victims Unit.
Things are about to die, like in Law and Order.
Many warriors have died on Ghyran. These are their stories. Dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun.
Anyway, hi, welcome back. We have just learnt of the doozy that is this table.
This is a effing nightmare.
Yes.
Yes.
So, little bit of an update on plans. We're planning to try do all 12 games of the Path to Glory,
Oh yeah.
but with two halves. So we're going to be following the Path to Glory with the Stormcast versus the Flesh Eater Courts, as you've been called down to go around to assist dealing with the Summer Court. But then off in the distance somewhere in the future, who knows what could be lurking. Maybe the Sylvaneth are being cornered from all sides.
Maybe.
Maybe the Slaves of Darkness are going to come out. Who knows? But we'll get to that later down the line. What we're going to do is we're going to follow the full path up until basically the penultimate game of these two armies. Then we will flip over to the other side of the board. So rather than going into the final game, we would do the forest fortress that we didn't do as the other starter game as Sylvaneth versus insert army, yet to be decided. Follow them all the way down, and then we're hoping that if the fates align, one of these two armies will win the final game before the penultimate game for these two.
Yeah.
And then if the fates align, the other person's army will win the other channel, and then those two people will go ahead.
Yeah.
If not, we'll then make some homebrew fuddy rules that make us go, right, this is how we're going to work out if it's Stormcast versus Flesh Eater Courts, Stormcast versus the other army, Sylvaneth versus Flesh Eater Courts, or Sylvaneth versus the other army. We'll work that out as and when we get there. We're hoping the fates align. But that's all that is. Let's get on to today's game. So, a dense and choking Mars. We have... Mazel tov. We have two objectives on the board. And we have two terrain features that are acting as objectives.
God, you're going to see this in a minute.
We'll do a pan over here,
Yeah.
but as you can see, there are 8 pieces of terrain on the board. Every piece of terrain, bar the one in the central Flesh Eater Courts territory, the two little blobs, have been contaminated.
The dice did not roll well.
I mean, technically they
Actually,
did.
the dice, that if I was using those dice rolls in my game,
Yes.
I'd be thrilled.
However, the two statues in the centre, as the only units that are the only terrain features that aren't within 9 inches of the battlefield edge, have been marked as navigation landmarks.
Yeah.
So, game is very simple for this one. You're going to get, at the end of your turn, 3 victory points for controlling a navigation landmark. And then you will get an extra 2 points for the navigation landmark that is not contested by enemy units. Okay. So if it's just you, no one else near it, bosh, 5 points. If it's you and there are some enemies by it, if you still control it, you get 3 points.
Yeah. I think you should get 5 points regardless.
Well,
only way again.
Those two objectives that aren't terrain features, however, are our entry points, because there are 3 ways to get into the maze that is the dense and choking maze. Rather than doing deployment as you would normally have deploy a regiment or deploy a unit, we had to use the deployment ability Innumerable Paths, where we'd pick a unit in our roster, roll a dice. On a 1 to 2, they come in wholly within 12 inches of the eastern short battlefield edge, and more than 9 inches away from enemy territory. The full battlefield half is enemy territory, so 13 from the long battlefield edge. If it was a 3 to 4, it comes in wholly within 12 of the central point or the entry point, which is what the coins are marking. And then 5 to 6, same thing, western battlefield edge. So we've had to roll how we've deployed, and that's how we've... some parts have been quite fortunate. I would say the Haunter...
What?
Horrible Henry, or whatever I've called him.
Yes.
Haunted Henry.
Haunted Henry is what I called him.
The Crypt Haunter, that is... the Crypt Haunter Courtier, that's his name. Jesus Christ, Flesh Eater Courts.
Did you have a stroke?
Not on camera.
Not on this channel.
Come to the OnlyFans for Nonsense Hammers to see that stroke. Anyway,
as it's Warhammer, it should be only hams.
but they've also been deployed next to the 2 crypt horrors, which is very luxurious for me. The other parts that might be less luxurious would be something like the Cardinal that's just been sat smack bang over that corner. Anyway, and then you've had similar things as well, where your Lord Terminus is nowhere near your Reclusions
No,
yet.
he's not. He's miles away. He's there. My Reclusions are there. And my Reclusions are there. Terry's here. Like, I try and keep them within 3 inches of each other, so somehow they've got to converge.
But yes, that's the deployment, and that is the game itself. Very simple, nice and easy. We made an agreement at the beginning of at the end of last game that because you didn't want to do wound rolls, we would make the 1 unit resting become 2 unit resting. So who are the 2 units you picked in your roster?
My Liberators, the beta unit, and my 2nd unit of Annihilators, the B team.
Lovely.
I don't actually think I gave them a name.
No, you've just got them Alpha and Beta.
The Liberators are Alpha and Beta.
Okay.
I don't think I named the Annihilators anything.
I think you've just been calling them Alpha and Beta as
Yeah.
well.
They could be the men and the boys.
Lovely. You've not been able to use your Celestial Realms either.
I have not.
Because of this deployment. It literally lets you only use stalled reinforcements if you're 100 points or more over than your opponent's numbers.
Yeah.
You have to then bring it down to equal level by putting units into a stalled reinforcement, which then can arrive in later battle rounds in the movement phase.
They are actually called the boys and the men. I think it's
apologies.
because at the time I was listening to Boys to Men.
Lovely.
It's the boys that are resting.
My guys that are resting
Yes.
are the unpainted Morpeg Knights,
Okay.
which were the ones that are only on 3 renown points, so they didn't get a path. More on that in a second. And Hans has decided that he's quite full today after eating a
fine.
Liberator team.
Fine.
And I think he also ate DCI Bones, so he's had a lot of Hans.
Hans needs to slow down.
That's why he's having a rest. He's sleeping. He's got Fukan.
Hans has got a problem.
The
I
narrative
don't like Hans.
the narrative of this army is
Hans
ridiculous,
is the
and
dumbest
it's
thing
why I
I've ever
love
seen.
them. If I start selling armies, the Flesh Eater Courts are going to be a hard sell. Anyway,
You would never sell the Flesh Eater Courts.
I don't know. None of them I want to sell. I keep saying that about the Cruel Boys, where I'm like, I should sell them. I don't really play them, but anyway. So that's the game.
Is now a time that you want me to talk about what paths mine are on?
Yeah, what paths did you give people?
So, after all the renown points and all the thing you do at the end of the game, that alpha unit of Liberators got 5 renown points, and where's he disappeared to? The Reclusions have also got 5 renown points. So now both of those are on the path of the Forester, which means in any combat phase, if this unit did not charge this turn, which means if it's your turn, it's quite likely to have not charged anyway. Unless I countercharge. Roll a dice. On a 3+, for the rest of the turn, subtract 1 from wound rolls that target this unit.
Very nice.
So that's the Reclusions and the Liberators that have that, and it's easy to remember which Liberators because it's the only ones.
Yes.
So they're both on the path of the Forester.
That's also why I chose my Morpeg Knights, not only because they were unpainted and it meant I'd have less on the board that was unpainted, but because my painted Morpeg Knights are the ones that got 5 renown points. I give them their own path, where I give them the path of the subjects, and I'm thinking I'm going to potentially do this throughout the entire army. I think I'm going to use the 2 paths from the Flesh Eater Courts books because it feels thematically right in that you've got all heroes would have the path of the royalty, and then all knights and serfs have the path of the subjects.
See, I didn't like the path of the Redeemer from the Stormcast book that's for non-heroes, but I was looking through the Path to Glory Blighted Wilds book to see what the paths were in there, and they all seem very Sylvaneth coded because it's all Sylvaneth coded. But then I know that on impulse I'll go, that looks good, we'll go with that path, but then I want to read down the rest of them to go, the rest of the thing's good or just the first one.
Just had a brief moment where I thought I'd check the battle scroll update to make sure there's nothing we've missed. Nothing looks to have been missing.
Good. Whew. So yes, we are on, so Nathan Shadrock is on the Path of the Storm from the Stormcast book, and the Reclusions and the Liberators are on the Path of the Forester from the Blighted Wilds PTG book.
Yes.
Why are you looking at your phone like that? What is on it? What have you seen?
I'm just reading things from the Flesh Eater Courts one and just being like, what in God's name have they given that guy? In the Sire's Shadow has had a huge update of the charge ability. But I'll look at that later because I've not played them.
Okay, yeah.
Anywho, so because of the stalled reinforcements of playing, not stalled reinforcements, because of the resting units without Hans and the other Morpeg Knights, I am 1,200 points on the dot. You're 1,150. So there's no stalled reinforcements to have to worry about.
Oh, so this game might be quicker than we thought because we have got less points on the board than we thought.
Who knows? We'll find out in but a moment. I believe you won deployment.
Yes, I did.
Because of how we did things. So you get to choose who goes first.
You can.
You let me go first. Cool beans. Cracking. Right, well, that's all we need to know for now. Like we said, we've got the game going forward, and then we will see you on the other side to see who will win. This should hopefully be a game, if no tabling happens, that goes full rounds because of the fact we're winning points from controlling these two objectives. We just need to be in the middle,
Yes.
Anyway, back in a moment.
Stormcast Turn 1, we got 5 points.
Hold, please, caller. You made me go first.
Oh, yeah.
Flesh Eater Court's turn 1.
Fine, Flesh Eater Court's turn 1. I forgot we didn't film you. Go on,
Yes.
then.
So, quickly, very simple, because that's why we didn't do a talk.
Yeah.
I just popped around the corner with the Crypt Haunter, Courtier, and the 2 Horrors. Cardinal moved over here. He got himself 7 ritual points later. Crypt Guard didn't run, just moved up over to here. Morpeg Knights moved over here, tried to charge Annihilators, failed. Over this way, the Brendlewick and the Crypt Flayers backing gang moved this way.
Backing gang.
Did a deranged transformation on them. Didn't really need it. And then that's all she wrote for my turn, because my failed charge over the head meant no combat abilities. And also the Gore Warden, whilst I remember, flew over this way with an 18-inch move to back up the Morpeg Knights, but they failed to help. But more on that in a second as we go into... with that, I would have controlled these 2 objectives, getting me 10 points. Yep. That would be the end of the Flesh Eater Court's turn. The only other thing that I needed to know was I remediated this terrain feature, you remediated that terrain feature. That was Flesh Eater Court's turn 1. Now, Stormcast.
because we remediated, we got 2 renown points to those libs there. Alphas. Anyway, Stormcast Turn 1, we ended up with 5 points. We charged some Annihilators in, and I'm so glad I re-rolled the charge. We needed 9 or something? No, we didn't.
10.
We needed 7.
Yeah, you needed 7.
And we rolled it, and I got like 5. So I was like, I'm going to re-roll it. We got 12. So we slammed into what was there. Except your white guy's now moved over here, and I don't like this. We tried to remediate at the end, failed on that one. No, that one in the middle, sorry. Tried to remediate, failed it, roll failed. Nathan Shadrock took some damage. That kind of was what happened. We've only got 5 points because we control one of the navigation bits. What? Oh, I thought you were telling me to say something. I was
just circling it with the camera.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, and that's where we are at the end of round 1.
Yes.
Just to
explain why the Gore Warden is hiding over here.
Yeah. What is this?
This is the soggy ability that's made him so popular. He has a thing called Swooping Descent. He is at the once per turn, end of enemy turn. You remove him from the battlefield and then set him up again, wholly 9 inches away from all enemy units, and can either be wholly within 6 inches of a battlefield edge or wholly within 3 inches of an objective I do not control. So he'd be very useful, just to warn you when we get into Fleshy to Courts in more games of objectives, to go, oh, that objective over there that you've just completely forgot about.
No. Okay, just to make it clear, I hate him.
He's gorgeous George.
I hate him. I cannot explain the hatred I have for this winged cretin. I hate
gorgeous
him.
George.
No. Twat-faced Timothy.
I'm just gonna slowly pan the camera as if there's a problem on the battlefield. There might be
Is it that
something
guy?
worse.
He's gorgeous George.
No, he's an asshole.
This is an asshole.
Lord Asshole Nathan Shadrock.
Wouldn't want him coming out of your asshole, it's too spiky.
Anyway, that is the turn. We now need to roll for round 2 as we go mental.
I'm now imagining it and I don't like it. Oh, I got a 1!
I got a 6.
My dice belong in jail.
I'm going to take the turn because I don't want to give you a double turn, and we shall see how things go in a moment.
Be
Anything
that guy.
more before the Fleshy to Courts rend and tear?
I will... Okay, I don't like that. That's grim. I will cry.
You can't use emotional blackmail to make me stop playing the game you asked for!
I'm just a little girl.
I didn't want to do Path to Glory. I hated Ravaged Coast. I'm quite enjoying Blighted Wilds, but you asked for this.
I'm just a teeny girl.
Back in a moment.
Bye.
Hello and welcome back to FEC Turn 2, where we decided to try and do a little bit more madness, and the madness well and truly went a bit...
And that's the end of the game. You failed.
First things first.
How are you?
We did the start of turn ability thing, which gave them immortal.
Yes, we did.
Then we got the glorious banquet delusion, which meant, and this was the part that gave me a bit of a brain headache, or a brain ache. Whatever. Words.
Words are not doing wording today.
Glorious Banquet gives you +1 to hit rolls when you have charged this turn and watched your wholly within 12 inches of a hero. I forgot and thought that they were noble deeds style and went +1 to attack, which is what the feeding frenzy does. More on that in a second. Tried to do excommunication on the annihilators, didn't work. Got lost a ritual point because of his 1 on his roll. Tried to I did Miasma of Madness with the Gore Warden on Terry. Didn't need to worry about it. Terry's gone. Other spell I tried to do was try to get out the Stampede with Brendlewick. Brendlewick is gone. Spoilers. Then
it was Brendlewick,
Then just started to slowly shrink into the centre of the board. So these guys came over this way because I was going with, just in case the charges didn't go off, I could go towards Terry for him. Brendlewick came towards these guys and I took out one of them with shooting with the Crypt Flayers. The Crypt Guard and Pope Denope came and tried to deal with the Annihilators. We took 2 of them down and put 1 on 2 wounds left.
That was a lot of math.
Yes, that's where the headache came.
Oh my god.
More on that in a second. And then the Crypt Horrors and the Crypt Haunter and Courtier have kept Nathan locked up over there.
I don't like this.
He used his muster subjects to bring another one of them back. He also then did the feeding frenzy that gave everyone within 12 inches of him +1 to attack. And then because we had the Splendid Banquet, these guys should have had freeze and falls rend 1 damage. I misunderstood the thing and went they have 51 attacks, not 41 attacks.
At 4-4.
But they were 41 attacks on freeze and falls. So we then worked it out. Regardless of what the roll was, it went to 16 to save. You'd all out of defence. So it remained the same.
Yeah, it was weird how that just came out as the same number.
We spent a CP to do the Summon Loyal Subjects ability, which meant that these 2 boys came back next to the Gore Warden and came and dealt with Terry. And that, I believe, is all that she wrote for this turn. Leaves me with 3 points for controlling the subjective terrain piece, but not contesting, but still contesting with an enemy. It also means because terrain pieces aren't sticky and they are not within 3 inches of it, that is not controlled at the moment. I tried to do the remediation to this roll. I've just realised I should have got it because I'd be getting +1 to the remediation rolls all turn.
Okay, so
that
get
would
it
be
then.
taken off.
That's fine.
So he gets
Fine.
2 renown points.
Okay, you can do that in a minute.
Gorgeous George is renowning himself.
Gorgeous George shooting in the temple.
They destroyed Brendlewick because I was a moron and forgot the abilities, so they didn't get the crit hits against him, but because I gave the Grizzly Pennant to him, which gives you ignore the first point of damage, he died by 7 damage. He has 7 health.
Yeah.
I should have left it on him, but more on that another time.
Look, we have to have casualties in this game.
Yes.
I now get things because things have died.
That is all of Fleshy to Court's turn 2. Whew. How are you feeling? Because you keep mentioning this is the end of the game.
I'm just like, you're about to wipe me out.
I'm not, though, because
I actually don't think you are. I think we could go on for another 3 turns.
1 Annihilator there, you've got your Reclusions still, you've got a full set of Liberators of here.
Yep.
Nathan has only taken 6 damage.
Yep.
You've got a Lord Relictor still. You've got the fact that if you were to do the thing of you need half of your units to die before retreating, you've only lost 2 units in Terry and the Lord Imperator.
I want the Annihilator to die so they can come back, because they're always my favoured ones.
Yes.
So if you could just kill me.
I mean, I've been trying. But that is the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Score is 13-5 in my favour.
Yes.
Shall we go into the Stormcast Turn 2, or have you got anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. It's time for the Stormcast Turn 2.
Let's see what the Thunder can bring.
We're bringing the thunder. Bye. Steve is winning. Stormcast Turn 2. We scored 3 points for holding this objective here. Isn't that lovely? 2 Liberators died. Oh no. Nathan took 0 wounds in that turn. That was lovely. Preclusions took 0 wounds, but also you did a fucking stupid save roll here where you needed to roll 6s and you rolled 3 out of 4 6s. Like, what a C word. And then that's where we are. And we translocated Relictor over there with the aim of remediating and then decided not to remediate.
That's a fun, apologies if that was really loud into the camera, but that's a really fun shot for a thumbnail.
Photo?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll give you my camera in a minute. You can take a photo. That's where we are, man. We're on 8. The dickheads are on 13.
Do you want me to change Flesh Eaters?
Make them less eaty.
Do you want to play a different army? I can play my Skaven. I'll shoot you.
Fuck off with that. Absolutely.
I can play my Iron Jaws.
Oh, okay, they're better. So yeah, that's where we are. We're remediating. We're taking control of things. I'm not. He is. We're winning. He is. Yeah. We're just living our best lives.
Should we roll for round 3? 2 versus 3. So are you going to double turn me, or are you going to...
If I double turn you, I can't take tactics. Wait, were we supposed to be doing tactics?
No, because it's not General's Handbook.
I had a fear the moment at the start of the game. I was like, do we need tactics?
What will happen is I will become immediately the underdog. Oh, you should have an extra CP because you're the underdog.
I could have spent it.
But I would become immediately the underdog continually until I steal the initiative again. And then I would also see if I can steal some of your CP this round.
Oh, yeah, you would. I don't know if I should double turn you. Yeah, I want a double turn. I'm not going to win, but
I'm going to roll 4d6 and see if I would
have 4, right?
Yep, and every 5 up now will give me 1 of them. 2 of them. You have 2 CP, and I have...
I thought you said 5's up.
Oh, sorry, I saw that with the light. 1. So you have 3 CP.
I have 3 CP.
And I have 6 because I'm the underdog.
Oh yeah, you had 5 and then you had 4. Yeah, okay. Fine.
Lovely. So you're going to double turn me.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back in a moment to see what happens with the Stormcast Turn 3, where, as we keep hearing, the end of the game is imminent.
Welcome to the end of the game. I don't want to be salty because people tell us off, and I'm salty in a fun way. This is amusing to me. I'm going to throw Nathan out the window. See if he really flies. Fly, bitch. You
know. Here's a fun, liberating example for you. You're complaining about how the Stormcast keep doing the same problems. Have you tried another of the 28 armies in the game?
Don't be insane. Why would I do that?
What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting different results?
But we're on a path to glory. We're on a path. We can't now, can we?
And you lost the last path to glory with Nathan.
We can't path differently now.
Anyway, right, back in a moment. Stormcast Turn 3. double turned me. Fuck off.
I double turned you. We got to remediate. Relict remediated. What a ledge. But then, these fucking things won't die.
Jesus, it's such an angry lady.
Shut up. They won't die. They won't die. And then we tried to hit other stuff, and you just kept rolling 6s. And honestly, it was a waste of my goddamn time.
I will point out that I understand that is the model for a crypt infernal courtier. I'm just using it as the captain of the unit because.
Yes. No. Nathan killed that one guy, so that was something. We got to use our Path of the Forest so that things that were fighting the Reclusions and the Liberators got +1 to their, subtract 1 to their wound. So it was worse for you. But then none of your dice for them went through. I assume you did it over there when you killed a guy.
Yep.
Good. And then that's it. So currently my Liberators are on 4 renown points. Relictor is on 2 renown points for Remediato.
Got 3 points for controlling that terrain piece.
Got 3 points for controlling that. The Annihilators came back because you did something in the hero turn that killed my last one, which meant that in my movement I could bring back up to half a unit, rounded up. So 2 have come back over here. We tried to charge you. We failed. I have no points left now.
I'm on 2 left.
Yes.
After a lot, it was a very thirsty turn of all-out defences and all-out attacks and magical interventioning. And
it was a thirsty turn.
I've realised I've left him with 6 ritual points and I've done nothing with him.
Well, it's your turn now, so that's kind of it. We're
He's staring at that large lizard over there.
So we're over to you for Flesh Eater Court's turn 3.
Yes, let's see what we can do. Back in a moment.
Bye.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to the end of the game. Once again, the Stormcast have been strategically withdrawing from battle. And I will genuinely ask the question in a second, but to explain what just happened, as you will have seen by the turn, I basically just moved away from the reclusions over there to take that objective this side. I sent the Gore Warden hopefully to get into Nathan, didn't manage to do it. So ended up going into the Liberators instead, who deleted my my crypt card before he deleted them in his pile, and he would then move into the objective to take that at the end of the turn, which means that, and he had summoned the Corpse Mare Stampede, hoping to send it into the remaining reclusion, but didn't. The Morpeg Knights.
That's the photo.
The Morpeg Knights came this way and slammed into the Annihilators, removing them. You kept getting sick and tired of my rolls, which is genuinely a question I will ask because I'm happy to say this. Do you want me to change the army?
No, I want you to change your dice.
But they're my death dice.
Yeah, and they kept rolling 6s.
Yeah, and you kept playing your dice that kept rolling low, so why do I have to change because your dice suck? You're allowed to use your Stormcast regardless. Anyway. So yeah, like I'm happy. Narratively, it makes sense that you've arrived to start dealing with the Flesh Eater Courts, and then actually narratively something changes so that you've just clicked. Because actually, what's survived is the Gore Warden, the Morpeg Knights, and the Cardinal. So it could be that the Flesh Eater Courts scramble and go back to another location. Yeah. If you want to have, if you feel like you're having too hard a time, not in a way of you're having too hard a time. But like, if your army is struggling against the rules of this army, I'm happy to change.
No, things. Your dice were really good this game, and I didn't like it.
But it's been 2 games and it's been the same.
Yeah, but it's fine. I'm happy to keep playing. I don't want to stop.
No, I'm not saying that we stop playing. What I'm saying is, do you want a different pin cushion to fight?
Nah, we're fine.
Okay.
We'll keep going.
Okay, fine.
Because the day we win one will be so sweet.
Yes, that's fine. I was just making sure I had offered the question to make sure you feel like you are being listened to in the path to glory.
What I have to remember is next time I go first.
So, that has been the game. Currently, if everything goes to plan as usual, this should be coming out on the 15th of March, which means that if things go to plan, there should be a game on the 1st of April if we have time. But if not, there will definitely be episode 3 of 5 of chapter 1. Because then chapter 2 will be the other 5 games on the other side. And then chapter 3 / epilogue or finale will be revealed after that. We've worked out after that as well that Curse Kernel won't be played unless it's a tiebreaker session, depending on that last game.
Oh yeah, we do.
Because it's the one game that both players have to have a win on, and because there's only 2 of us, technically we can't do that.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard.
Unless we play it off camera and be like, we did some testing, but even then we could just make a homebrew rule at that point anyway.
We could just look at it and go, we both won.
Anyway, that is the game.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing. If you want to stick around for the next 5 minutes or so, you can see the aftermath rolling and stuff like that, where we go through what renown and stuff was made. If you don't want to stick around and do that, as we say, see you in the next episode, and it has been 0 days since your last nonsense.
Bye.
Hi! Again. Hi. You stuck around.
Welcome back.
Unless you weirdly came to this episode and just clicked on the aftermath because you're like, you know what? I don't care.
I don't know, maybe they want to.
Some people might.
Don't question people.
So, scoring victories. Let's have a quick look at what I won, shall we?
I'm doing this directly on my laptop today.
A Dunce Choking Maze. If a player wins a major victory, I did. At 23 to, I didn't even put the score, I'll put it on the thing at the bottom. 23 to your 13. I can either take the ability reward or the miscellaneous reward. The opponent receives the reward. The opponent receives the thing they did not claim. Oh, you should have had that as well.
Oh.
Apologies, I've misread the thing. We will fix this in post.
Okay.
You have an extra enhancement to take for your roster, so a hero can have an extra item.
Alright.
And then whatever one I don't take here, you get that. Which feels like a nasty thing to do this. I'm taking the tactical repositioning, which means you get the miscellaneous reward, which is pick 1 spell or prayer and add it to your arcane tome. Okay. So there might be something that actually you go, actually I'm going to add in some Sylvaneth or something to my larger roster now, or Fire Slayers as an order army that we have. And you go, with that, I can then now have access to the Fire Slayer's prayers or the Sylvaneth's prayers or spells. But you'd still have to have the pick a friendly Sylvaneth hero to do whatever. Either way. So yeah, I'm going to take the tactical repositioning, which is a once per battle and enemy hero phase ability. I pick a friendly unit that is not in combat, and the target can move 2d6. It cannot move into combat during any part of this move, and it's a move and run ability, so they wouldn't be able to charge after that.
Okay.
So that's my victory.
Okay.
So, what did we win? We have played a 1,000. The game was a 1,150 to 1,200 point game.
Yeah.
So we get 110 GP or glory points for.
110.
I won a major victory, so I get an extra 40. But my general was slain, so I don't get the extra 15. Your Nathan wasn't slain, sorry, so you get a 15 extra GP as well.
Okay.
So I've just gained another 150 points, putting me on 370. What are you on?
275.
Nice. Let's start to get to a point where we can actually spend them.
Yeah.
So, gaining renown points. Every unit that was destroyed gets 1 renown point, and anyone who survived gets D3. As I literally have 3 units to do that with, the Gore Warden is gaining 1. The Arch Revenant is is getting 1. Cardinal one, I meant, with the words, and the Morpeg Knights are getting 2.
Right, Terry died, so Terry's getting 1. You can do this. Imperator died. The Liberators died. They're on. Yep. The Beta unit did not play. Catholic Falcon did not die. The boys, the Annihilators, they didn't play. The men played. And then the ones that survived get D3. So, I'm borrowing one of your dice. So, Lord Badass Nathan gets 3. So he's on 9. Then the Reclusions, because they survived, get 1. Sorry, just not to clear off.
That's fine.
So they're on 6.
Let's make sure
The Annihilators died. Those Annihilators didn't play.
Oh, my Flayers did survive, so they also get 1.
Relictor gets 1. Okay, fine.
Flayers get 3.
Relictor is now on 2. Can I add on the renown points I got during the game?
Yes, they get added on as well.
I've not added those on yet. I didn't know if we were doing this step by step. So, Relictor gets
They would technically be now added as the bonus point.
Okay.
And then you can also pick a unit who is your favourite unit to get a D6.
I'm going to pick Relictor for mine.
I'm going to give it to the Gore Warden. Gorgeous George redid himself. That's cocked. 2, Gorgeous George.
6, but Relictor.
So Gorgeous George and the Crypt Guard are about to go up onto their onto a path, I believe. I need to double check based off my old scores because I've just got what I earned from this one.
Yeah.
But I'll have several people going onto a path. As with this time, we'll discuss path choices on the start of the next episode. Happy?
Yeah, very good.
Anyone joining a path with yours?
So I'll just give you a rundown. Relictor is now on 10 renown points.
So
he isn't on a path yet.
Oh, he now is on a path then.
He now is on a path.
5 puts him on aspiring.
The Liberators are currently on 10. They're already on a path. So the Liberators are on aspiring, aren't they?
They're 5 or more gets them to aspiring, yes.
Okay, and then the Reclusions are already on a path.
They're already on a path.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, they wouldn't do that. And the Reclusions are on 6 renown points, but they're already on a path as well.
The next step for them will be 15 points to get onto Elite.
Yeah.
So, managing your Path to Glory roster, can you promote a hero? None of us have heroes that are auxiliary, so we don't need to worry about that.
No.
Expand your army. You can add 1 land of Ghyran or a terrain piece to your army. It's add a landmark of Ghyran or add a new unit to your roster or reinforce one.
Interesting. I don't know what I'd do there. I could reinforce some Annihilators.
I don't own any more Flesh Eater Courts. No, that's not true. I've got
You've got some.
I've got a shed load of the Crypt Ghouls that I could add, but they're all also unpainted, so I don't really want to deal with that. I could also add Pope Denope's friend, Grand Justice Gourmain.
With the hat? No, you don't have him. You don't need him. He's bad for you. He's bad for you. You shouldn't have him.
Or I can get the Executioner.
Very hard.
Yes, I know. I'll have a look into this because you have to spend the glory points to add them anyway.
Steve's going to look into this.
Retire units or a faction terrain piece if there's anyone you want to get rid of, because we're not taking wounds or anything like that. There's not really any penalties to this.
No.
Manage your enchantment enhancements, so that extra one that you've just gained you'll be able to give to someone else.
Yep.
Change your general if there's someone that you like. No. Change
No.
your path if you like. Actually, I'd rather be on a different path.
No, Nathan's pretty good. My path is good.
And then we ignore 10 battle wounds, so we're at the end of the game. Nice and easy. So,
Lovely.
As we've just mentioned, if you're already sticking around before the aftermath, we will see you again potentially on the 1st of April for a 2,000 point game, if not something silly like an April Fool's game.
We don't know what we're doing yet.
Or if we don't see you for that, we'll definitely see you on the 15th of April for the episode 3 of the Path to Glory, which is... You stuck around so you get to know. So it's Nexus of Contamination.
Nexus is.
Nexus
There's more than one Nexus.
Nexus I.
I'm scared.
Oh god, that looks miserable.
What the hell is that?
Come back for the next episode to find out what we've just seen.
We're going to start planning it now, because I don't understand what that means. Oh my god. Bye.
It's been 0 days since your last nonsense. Bye.
Why so many numbers? This is Sudoku.